Welcome back everybody, and today I got another gameplay video for you guys today, and the last video I uploaded was April 19th, and I apologize for not uploading any videos within the time frame. So this video is going to be uploaded today on May 7th, and my next video after this will be my spoiler-free review for Avengers Age of Ultron, so I'll have that up within later this week. Now, I want to talk to you guys about a controversial topic, and it's about video games. But what it is do video games influence violence and bad behavior? And when I think about this, I know it's not 50-50 with how people feel about this, but it is split up though. I think mostly people will agree that it does not cause violence, but there is a part of the community or part of the
Don't worry about it.
population on Earth that thinks that video games are the cause of bad behavior and violence. And in my opinion, I feel video games do not influence violence or bad behavior. Now, I do feel that video games do influence some people to bad behavior and violence, but I think those are the type of people that just don't understand the concept and are crazy and they just don't understand the things. So let me tell you guys my story. Now, I have been playing video games for as long as I can remember. I was born in 1994, so I probably started playing video games like around 90s, 1997, 98, around that time maybe. But for as long as I can remember, I've been playing video games. I think my first violent video game I ever played was Grand Theft Auto, which I think released around 1997. So I was 3 years old when that game released. And the PlayStation 2 didn't release till like 2001, so I still had a PS1 in like 1999 and 2000. So let's see, I was like probably like 5, 6 years old when I played Grand Theft Auto. And let me tell you, when I play Grand Theft Auto, not once in my mind did I ever want to do those things in real life. And obviously, as a kid, you don't understand everything, but I didn't want to like kill people or attempt to shoot someone or curse at people. That never influenced me. And growing up, I was always loved by my parents. My parents always showed me discipline, and my parents always explained things to me. My parents, to me, made it very clear: if you ever do these things in real life, you will get in trouble, and there will be consequences for that. So I've always played violent video games, but let me tell you something. Not once in my mind did it ever came to me that I should do these things in real life, and that never came across my mind. And another thing is, regardless of what age you are, in my opinion, why the heck would you want to shoot somebody in real life anyways? Like, that's a living person. You see, the thing about video games is it is a virtual reality. It's okay to shoot people in the games because you're not killing nobody, like in real life or anything. You're just killing a character in the game. It's not real. Obviously, that's a different story if you do that in real life where you kill someone. That's a different story because you go to prison for life or jail, whatever, and you have to you get consequences for that stuff. But in virtual reality, it's fine. Now, the most I say I could have done is just rage. I do get mad when I play games online sometimes. I do get mad because of the BS that I go through and how dumb people can be when they play the games online, the decisions they make. But when I rage, I don't I don't curse at my family, I don't curse at my friends, or I don't tell them to go kill themselves and all that stuff. I don't do none of those things because I understand that video games can be bullshit sometimes. You will get lag, and sometimes things will not make sense. But that's just part of life. Video games are a part of life, just like human beings are a part of life, just like a stop sign is part of life, just like the air is part of life. It is part of life, video games. Video games are never gonna go away. So, in my opinion, I just don't understand, like, how can video games make people do violent things? And I feel like a part of that is parenting. If parents don't do their job to let their children know that, you can't do this in real life, you'll get in trouble and all this stuff, and explain these things to their children. And I feel like part of that is bad parenting. And And a person can go crazy if they're not given love as they're growing up and they go through things, have experiences in life, bad experiences. So I do feel like video games can influence people in a way, but I feel like it's not the cause of it. And some people, they're just not smart enough to understand, or just to understand these types of things. So I don't think video games influence people to do bad things. And yes, video games are violent. They are. There are violent video games. You can't sit there and say that video games are not violent, depending on what games you play. Obviously, when we talk about violent video games, that's gonna be mostly like shooters, like first person, third person shooters. But there are other games that are violent, such as Assassin's Creed, when you assassinate somebody, or if you play like God of War. Those games are violent. But these people should know that if you do these things in real life, you will get in trouble for those things. But even then, like if I see my character shoot someone in the game, why would I want to do that in real life? If I want to shoot something, I'll just go to a shooting range where I'm allowed to do that and all that stuff. But I'm not gonna do it to an actual fucking human being. Like that's just completely wrong. And if a person can't tell the difference between that, then there's something wrong with them. And it's crazy. Like how the media, they make these people believe that video games do all these bad things, but actually, to be honest with you, I actually find video games educational and very helpful in life. Not like in everything, but like for example, like for video games to me, well, for us the gamers, it allows us to go into another world where all the stress that we have, the depression, the BS that we have, it just all goes away when we play video games. It's a stress reliever, and it's fun to play video games. And we are in this other world where we get to do things that we can't do in real life. Even though, like shooting people, like yeah, I enjoy playing shooters and shooting the enemy team, but I wouldn't enjoy that if I did that in real life. It's just not right, and I just don't have the heart to kill somebody. I just don't. That's just wrong, and it's just not right. But in a virtual reality, yeah, I won't have a problem with it. Because it's fun. It's enjoyable to do these things. But that's how I feel about it. I don't think they influence bad behavior, but I do feel that for certain people, it does. It does influence them in some type of way because these people, they're just not smart and they just don't understand things in life and video games. So you guys comment down below and let me know what you think about this, about video games. Do you feel like they influence violence and bad behavior, or do you think that video games are good for people? So you guys let me know. I'm not gonna tell you to like the video or nothing because you guys are old enough to do those things. You guys know how to like a video, how to dislike, and all that stuff. I don't need to tell you guys to do any of those things. You like the video if you like it, or if you want to. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay, and you guys have a nice day or have a good night.